We were about 14 years old. Young pups, yeah. I remember this day clearly because it was in the summer school holidays and it was about 40 degrees. It was bloody scorching. And I walked around to Danny's house and I said to him, mate, what do you feel like doing? And I, shit you not, without hesitation, Danny says to me, mate, let's go to Hungry Jack's. I said, mate, it's fucking 8:30 in the morning. Why do you want to go to Hungry Jack's for? And I could not figure it out, but, I'd do anything to see him happy. So I walked to Hungry Jack's. I walked 7 kilometres. But Danny had this look on his face the whole time. He had this, I couldn't explain it. I didn't know what was going on, but he had this glimmer in his eye and he had this smile on his face and he was just the happiest I've ever seen him.
She's told me many times that you're the man of her dreams and she could never be without you. But all these years, I've also seen the way that you look at her, the way that you care for her, challenge her, and love her. And I know in my heart there is no one better to take care of her for the rest of your lives than you. You both truly are a match made in heaven, and I wish you all the love and joy in the world.
Rachelle, I was a 15-year-old boy when I read your MSN status change to bored. While we were younger, there were many nerve-filled lunchtimes, walking around the oval, never knowing what you were thinking, because, well, you would never say a thing to me. Though, even just at 15 years old, I knew something was different, and our lives were truly just beginning, and a lifetime of firsts were ahead of us. With that said, I vowed to keep our marriage feeling fresh and exciting, just as it was when we were 15. I was a 17-year-old boy when we somehow happened to be in the same town for leavers. It was on this trip when we were sat looking up at the stars and I gazed at you and you were asleep. I picked you up to carry you to the bed and I felt overcome by emotion. I had never felt this emotion before, and it was in this moment that I knew I loved you. In this seemingly insignificant moment, the most important emotion came over me. Rachelle, I vow to cherish every moment I get to spend with you, no matter how big or small. I stand before you today, a 25-year-old man, no longer a boy. I thought this would be you.
You've done so well. You've done so well.
Because over the last 10 years you have helped me grow, you have supported me through the darkest of days, and I wouldn't be half the man that I am today without you. Watching you grow and become the woman that you are is truly inspiring, and I am so proud of your many achievements. I know as long as I have you by my side, we will handle anything that life throws at us. Rachelle, I vow to love you with all of my heart, forever and always.
Danny, I can't believe today we stand here together to become husband and wife. I still remember way back in year 8 when we were seated together in maths and science class. I had no confidence in talking to boys, but you're a bit of a nerd, and at the time, I saw you as someone who could just be a really good friend, probably because you let me copy all of your work. Together, we have grown from teenagers to adults. We have experienced so many highs and of course some lows, but one thing that has always remained is how kind, caring and supportive you are. I promise to create a home with you, filled with comfort and joy, a space for us to laugh until we cry, hold one another when times get tough, and a place where we can just be together even in the simplest of moments. I promise to bring excitement and adventure to our lives and share in your interests, although I can't guarantee this includes cricket or cod. I promise to not only be your wife but your best friend, and never forget the reasons we started dating 10 years ago, remembering to still be silly and have fun like we did at 15. I promise to always respect and appreciate you, prioritise you in our relationship and love you unconditionally.
it gives me great pleasure to pronounce them as husband and wife. And I invite you to share your first kiss. Mr. and Mrs. Brooks.
I cannot begin to tell you how proud your mum and I are of you. To watch you grow up into such a strong, unassuming man has been a great pleasure.
And we're excited for the next chapter of your life, Rachelle and Danny. I love you so much. And to moving into your own home as a married couple. So we'll come and stay with you two for a few months as well. Going to leave shit everywhere and, you know, rock it out and do whatever. But, yeah, we're just so proud of you guys.
Please welcome Brittany back to the wedding reception.
And I said, I've seen this girl somewhere. And it took the whole night, but eventually it clicked. And I realised that this jaggy prick had been making me walk 7 kilometres in the sweltering heat just so he could tune up the girl that was working behind the counter at Hungry Jack's. You really, really have stumbled across one of the most genuine, kind-hearted, and most endearing people that I've ever met. And he's promised to love you for the rest of his life. And as his best friend, all that I ask of you is that you remember each and every day how lucky you are to have him.
To Danny and Shell.